All right. Hey, everyone. Good morning. Hello. Lola is very excited to say hello to you today. And how are you all doing? I've got some great projects today to get into, so I'm just going to jump right in almost. Just have to fix my camera here and say good morning to everyone. Good morning. My camera's a little off. Sorry. There we go. There we go. All right. Good morning. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Louise and Shirley. I think I said Shirley twice. Maybe I said Sherry. Hi, Diana. Hi, Dawn with an E, Greenwood. Barbara. Nice to see you, Barbara. Hi, Leslie. I said Leslie. Hi, Gloria. I could say hi twice, though, right, Leslie? Hi, Ardeen. How is everyone? Today is my last day of doing the show for this week. I'm only doing what happened to my screen? I'm only doing 3 days this week because I have doctor's appointments that I really can't get out of on Thursday and Friday. So I'm taking because they're part of my cancer treatment, but also they're right in this time frame that I need to be on. So I considered moving them, but I decided since it is going into the long weekend that I would just take Thursday and Friday off. That doesn't mean that I won't be around and that we can't do our Zoom on Saturday. In fact, it makes it easier for my Zoom because last weekend for Zoom, I had a problem. I was trying to get Owen ready for school. Now he's in school and he's fine. And then also trying to fix my refrigerator, which has been very weird and causing all of my fresh vegetables to go bad. So I need to get a new fan for that. But I was like, do I buy a new fridge? Do I not buy a new fridge? So this Saturday, I will have time to Zoom, and we'll Zoom at 7:00. And I will post the Zoom link in the group Saturday, maybe before Saturday, but I'll post the link. And then I hope you can join us for a Zoom. It's really fun. We've been doing it every month, but then the last couple of months since everything going on, I couldn't do it. So I don't know if we'll continue doing it every month, but let's try it. So this month, August, is going to be on in September, but that's okay. And then we'll just go to October and November and then December. And of course, we're going to have our New Year's Eve Zoom. So if you're not doing anything on New Year's Eve, I hope you can join us for our New Year's Eve Zoom party, which we started. That's what started the Zooms, was our New Year's Eve party. Anybody remember that? I know that John Walsh was there for sure. And I think Teresa Rivard and trying to remember who else was in that. Bren, I think, was there. So that was so much fun and what got us started on the Zoom. So this morning, New Year's Eve, yay! Your Zoom birthday party, Dawn. Your birthday is New Year's Eve. Wow. Shirley, you were there? Yeah, it was so much fun. We all showed up in our pajamas. And and we had Dawn, of course, had decorated something. I think she made a hat or something. But we did a New Year's Eve Zoom. So we're going to do that again this year. Yeah, and we're going to do pajamas and fancy hats, and you bring whatever drink you want to drink. If you drink sparkling cider, or you drink whatever, eggnog or champagne or Diet Coke, I don't care. Bring it and we'll have a lot of fun. We'll be on for a couple of hours, I'm sure. So yes, Saturday on the 3rd, which is actually my sister Teresa's birthday, we're going to do our Zoom starting at around 7:00, and hope you can join us. If you can't join us, you can also watch on YouTube, because we do that on YouTube as well. And it's a whole lot of fun. Anyway, so today we are going to be doing a couple of cards that I came up with. This one I've done before, but I wanted to show you something cool about this. So I decided this is called the geometric card, but I decided it was all done in like neons, and I looked at it every time. I'm like, I don't like it. But then as I started to look at it, it looked like falling leaves to me. So I said, what if I change the colors and turned it into an autumn card? And I'm going to show you what I use for paper on this, but I also want to show you the inside. So this card didn't have a sentiment on the inside. I tried it in a couple different ways. This is iron-on, and this is foil. I decided I liked the foil better, so I'm going to show you how to foil. Now, where did I get this foil? Well, in the latest mystery box from Cricut. It came as part of the Fall is in the Air mystery box. See, we got foil transfer sheets, metallic. But when I looked at these, I thought there was like a lot. I thought there was, yeah, there is. Okay, maybe I was wrong. So the top one is what I use, which is rose gold. But then you'll also see gold, and silver. There's quite a few in here. And of course, you get all of these tapes. So I'm going to show you how to use this. You will need to use, if you got these, you will need to use your foil transfer tip, which I'm going to show you how that works today. And again, the transfer tip is not in the box. They're assuming that you have it. And then you get this pretty thick package of foil transfer sheets. But then I thought, I'm going to take it a step further. If you got that box, Falls in the Air, I wanted to show you how to use this beautiful foil. Look at this foil. It's iron-on, foil iron-on in rose gold. So I whipped up this card thinking this is kind of cute and it will highlight this rose gold. So today you're getting 2 for the price of 1. You're getting 2 different cards and 2 different materials that come in that box. So I set this up and you get these for free. So when you get your box, you can go ahead and try these out, right? And I will make sure that the and actually in the community, there are the 2 projects right there. So you can go and pick them up, but I will also put them in the description of the video on YouTube and hopefully on Facebook if they let me do that. So let's get started. We'll work on this autumn leaves ones first. So let's have a look at that. And you can see it tells you all about the foil description and then the Fall is in the Air mystery box. And then also tells you that every image that I used here, whoops, what did I do? Every image that I used here is from Cricut Access. And it's free if you are a Cricut Access subscriber. Okay, so here is the card. I'm not going to go into too much detail about how this cuts out because, to be honest, this part, which consists of, let's ungroup it, consists of 4 different colors. There's like a pumpkin orange, a yellow, what's that color? Cranberry, and then a deep orange, right? And you might be saying, where do I get the paper for that? Well, I have two places. One is Cricut, and Cricut does sell, and it is on sale, this. It's called the Sampler Fall. Okay. And the only thing it doesn't have in here, so it has black and purple. So you could substitute out the purple, but it has a beautiful green and this lovely yellow that I used for our sunflowers yesterday. And then 2 shades of pumpkin, this one and this one. So I could use 3, maybe 4 of these colors. If you didn't get that and you wanted to use 8.5 by 11 inch paper, there's also this option I'm going to show you. So this is not a Cricut product, but Cricut doesn't sell 8.5 by 11 inch paper. So I think I'm okay to show it. This is from Michael's, and it is their Recollections brand, and it's called Spice Market. It's been it's been on sale for not on sale, but it's been on the market for quite a long time, and it's a perfect pad of, it's actually not a pad, it's 50 sheets of 5 different colors, and you can see here it's got brown. So it's very similar, but not quite the same as the Cricut kind, and it's also 8.5 by 11. There is a difference between Cricut cardstock and this cardstock. This cardstock is very smooth, and it does make really great cards. You guys know I like my cards kind of big, so with an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet, I'm able to get a 5 by 7 card in here, or I can also make the A2 or the R. What do they call them? R20s? R20s? I think they're R20s at Cricut. So this is what we're going to do. I found this card. I changed up the colors, and then I decided, what do I do about an inscription? And so I found this inscription. It says, autumn is a second spring where every leaf is a flower. Let me show you where to find this. This was a little bit difficult to find using my search for images, image set images. So I just typed in autumn for this case. And I do have to scroll a little bit because there's a lot out there that's autumnal. And I wanted like a quote that isn't overused. So I decided to look, and I did find it somewhere. Of course, I don't know if I bookmarked it. I hope I did, but I don't know if I did. So I started seeing these like, welcome autumn. That's nice. Autumn skies. Yeah, that's pretty. And so I just kind of scrolled and scrolled until I found, here it is. Here's one of them. It says autumn paints in colors the summer has never seen. I like this style, and it makes a great inside sentiment. So what I'm going to do is click on this triple dot right here, and I'm going to go to view image sets, because I'm thinking if there's one there, there's probably more. So let's go, and it's in this Sarah Hurley autumn and fall image sets. Image set, singular. So look at all of these. Look at this one. Fall is proof that change is beautiful. I love that. There's the one we just saw, like autumn, we pine for a peaceful place to fall. I mean, these are just gorgeous. Here is the autumn is the second spring, but I'm actually going to choose a few of these. I'm going to save them anyway. But so let's choose this one. We'll add it to the canvas. Now, of course, it comes in and it is a cut file. How do I know that? Because over here it says basic cut, but also over here it says basic cut. Now, if I want to, first I'm going to resize it, but if I want to put it on my card, I need to attach it somehow. And sorry, the only attachment that you can use for this is if you use the pen or if you do foil. Okay, so here's me. I'm going to change the color because I want it to be gold. I wanted to see what it looks like on that green background. So let's try this gold. Okay, so there it is, and I kind of like it. And let's ungroup this, or detach, actually. I'm going to take this off. So I'm going to decide, do I want this to be pen or do I want this to be foil? But since we have that foil that was gifted to us in that mystery box, I'm going to change it to foil. So I come up here to the operation, you see that, and use this down box, and I switch it to foil, and I have actually 3 choices: fine, medium, or bold. I'm going to choose medium. And now you notice that the image changes slightly. It's not going to fill in the letters, but you know what? I kind of like it. So on some of these, I don't like the non-filled in letters, but in this one, it looks very, very nice. It just looks more elegant. So now I have it in foil, but I do need to go ahead and select these 2 and attaches down here to the right. Okay, so now I'm ready. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to hide this. So I'm ready now to do this card. So let's hit make it. And we're only going to cut out 1 the card part. We're only going to cut that out because, as I mentioned, this takes a really long time to cut. And I will suggest, if you are going to cut this and you really want it to be exact, you should choose the material called, go to cardstock, and it says, oh, where is it? Oh, I know why it's doing that. Okay, sorry. I'm going to go here, browse all materials, to cardstock for intricate cuts. Okay, so for the first 4 of the pieces, and you could do 2 at a time, that's fine, but definitely choose cardstock for intricate cuts, and be prepared to wait because it does take a long time. It's taking its time to do the cuts, and so it does take a little bit longer to do. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is the one that we're going to do today. We're going to do, it has a score, and it has this. Now, this might be odd to you, but for me, it's kind of easier in lining up the foil for me to turn the card upside down. This way, I can sort of better place my foil. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. And I'm actually going to just leave it up in the corner. And what I noticed here, just fix it. What I noticed here is that my foil needs to be between 2 and 7, which is great because the foil pieces are 4 by 6, right? So I'm going to put it in to at least 1 inch and then to the 7 mark. So let's do that. And I just happen to find it's easier to do it upside down. And if you don't find it easier to do it that way, that's okay too. You can do whatever you like. That's why this is crafting. All right, I'm just grabbing my piece of paper here. Get my piece of paper. All right, and I'm going to put that on the mat. Now I'm going to get my foil. Now, it has gold foil in there, so I'm going to choose the gold foil piece. And I would recommend, if you get this, keep it as much as you can inside of the package, because it's really slippery and thin, and it could end up everywhere. So it's not like it sheds or anything, but it could end up being folded, and you don't want that. So all right, so what did I say? I need it to go from the 1 inch mark to around 2 to 7. So here is the right placement. And I'm going to take these. These are the stickers. Oops, I got 3 stickers there at that time. I'm going to put 2 down here. And then I'm going to put the tape on here. Grab my other sticker. I like to do top to bottom and then side to side. Okay. Grab another one. Now, at this point, you could, if you have like a wrinkle in here, you could lift it and, kind of fix it. But I will caution you when you take this off of your paper, because sometimes it will lift the top, like the top layer of the paper. So you do have to be a little careful about removing it. But that looks great, right? And now I'm going to take and use this, which is my foil transfer tool, and I'll show you. This is the medium tip. How do I know that? It has 2 rings around the tip of it. If you wanted to use the fine or the bold, go into your little holder. This is what I have for a holder. Or you can use the little drawer in your machine. But anyway, so here is 1 ring, that means fine, and 3 rings, that means bold. But we indicated medium, so that's what we're going to do. Okay. Now, I'm going to, let me move this. I'm going to move over to my machine. Whoops, I got so much going on today. Yikes. All right, let's go over to the machine. Here's the machine, right? And then we are going to first we're going to take out from the B clamp, take out our regular blade. Super important. And then put in our foil blade. Now, that foil blade, the foil transfer tool, works on all Explore and all Maker machines. Okay, they work on all of them. And so if you want to buy that, it's a separate cost, but well worth it, and I've had a lot of success with it. So it's all ready, and I just need to tell, if I can find my, where's my, here it is. Okay, I got to tell my machine what to do. So I'm going to choose medium cardstock on my screen. Now, because I have the Maker 3, it wants me to use the scoring wheel. I don't want to use the scoring wheel today. I'm going to switch it up to have my stylus, which is already attached here. So I'm going to switch that to stylus, and then after that, it's going to do the score, and then it's going to start with the foil. So once I hit go, it's going to do the score first. And I should have mentioned that we probably want to keep that score a little bit, or at least keep the foil away from that score. I also, by the way, have moved my little star wheels. And so you're supposed to move these little star wheels to the side when you do foil, so that it won't leave impressions on your work. Okay, and then I'm going to hit go. Oh, Diana, great idea. So Diana leaves her foil tips in a little like a pin holder. Hi, Paralika. Oh, nice. Good morning. Good morning. So you notice that it's doing the transferring. Now, some people might be saying, it's upside down, Rita. How's it going to do it? But that's the beauty of technology, isn't it? So cool. So we'll let it go ahead and do that until it's done. And then I'll just also mention to you, so these are the foil transfer sheets. You don't need to purchase the mystery box, but this mystery box did contain it. The mystery box name is Fall is in the Air. And in addition to the foil, it had some beautiful metallic craft board. It had some orange vinyl that I'm going to use next week. I got a lot of use out of the stuff in this mystery box. So I hope that you were able to get it if you can, and if it appealed to you, and which is why I did a lot of projects around it. So it's the last day of August, and our our giveaway is over. So if you put your name in for the giveaway, I'll be picking over the weekend who won the August giveaway. And then I will hopefully be able to get your prizes out to you quickly. We have up for grabs a Cricut hat press with a few doodads, and that is a $150. It's like more like $175 value. So we're going to pick a winner for that. We also have a Cricut EasyPress mini bundle that has both the mini, which we're going to use today, and it has like a mat and a bunch of HCV or iron-on materials in the mini. I love the mini, especially when working with paper, because it's so easy to handle. But it can be, you can use the other ones for that. But I like it. It's sort of it's like my sidekick kind of thing. It's like my sidekick, and we're going to show you how to use that today. So the foil is just about done. In fact, it is done. And you notice that it pushes this out to almost out, but you do not want to take this out at this point. What you want to do is open up, take your foil transfer tool out, put back your blade, and then what I like to do is take one of my weeding tools and lift off this piece and try to do it a little bit slowly because sometimes, as I said, sometimes the paper can be peel at the very top. So there we go. And I'm hitting go. Now, just so that you know, you can reuse these tapes if you want to. I usually will take this off the piece, but I would not recommend reusing these unless you wanted to really be a real frugal person, which is okay. You can be frugal. I love frugality. So you might be able to cut this off, but you see what it does. Now, just for the people out there, with the foil, it always goes shiny side up. That is the Cricut way. There are other tools out there that do not put it shiny side up. And so there you go. So here is our beautifully foiled. Let me just roll this off. I got a nice new mat here. So roll it off so you can see it. Isn't that beautiful? And we're going to put that with our other card. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I start putting those two cards together is I'm going to go back and show you the second card. I know it's a little jumpy here and there. I apologize, but I don't usually do two projects a day. So I'm canceling this cut and I'm making sure that I save this. So I'm going to save it just like this, save. And I am going to make sure that it is public. I can also go in here, edit the project details. So I added a picture. I added the name. Well, the name got filled in right away. And then so I added a description and some tags. Okay. So that's what I did. And then after I did all of those details, I made it public, which is what you can do. You can do this for any of your projects. And by making it public, not only will you have to agree to this terms of use, but you'll get a beautiful confetti shower. And then you can find it in the community. So if you think I'm pushing the community, I am, because I think it's so awesome. There are so many wonderful projects in there. Okay, let's skip to our next project, which is the one that I put together so that I could highlight. Where did it go? I was playing last night. Do you ever play on your iPad, like in bed while you're watching TV? I do that all the time. Okay, here it is. It's called the Slimline Sunflower Card. And the thing that's interesting about this one is I put a beautiful sentiment in there. And I thought this would be a great card to give to somebody who's having some troubles. You know, even though it's a Hello Autumn card, the quote says, sunflowers end up facing the sun, but they go through a lot of dirt to find their way there. So it's one of those, keep it up. It's an encouraging card. And then I posted it as a slimline card. So this card is 8.5 inches wide by so it's 7.5 inches tall, and that was easy. All I did was look up the width and the height of the average slimline card, and I put that together. If you want to see how that's done, I will show you. Here we go to shapes. And we're going to choose this. It's a square, but it will soon be a rectangle. And then we also go back to shapes and choose a score line. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this square is I am going to come up here where its size is here. And there's a very, very tiny lock. So I'm going to unlock it. Okay. And then I am going to make it the size that I want it to be, which I want it to be 8.5 inches wide. But I also need to make it 7.5 inches high. Did I do that right? Let me just check. Yes. 8.5 by 7. I believe that's 7.5 by 8.5. Yep, I'm right. Okay, I'm going to turn this a different color so you can see kind of what I'm doing. I'll just choose this color. And then I'm going to take my scoring, my score, and I'm actually going to come up here and rotate it 90 degrees. That way I don't have to try to make sure it's level. This is a new thing that I'm so glad that they added. And then I'll just make my score 8.5 inches long, right? So now I have my card, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both the card and the score, and I'm going to hit align center. Now it is completely centered. I select them again, and then I hit attach down here. That's how easy it is to create a card of your own, a card base of your own. Okay. And then I obviously added a sentiment. I made my card base for the inside a little bit smaller. And then I added the sentiment just like I did here, just like we've done many times. So there's that. Then I went on the lookout for some sunflowers. I found these, and there's a gazillion of them out there. So I found these, which I liked because they have a little bit of layering, and that's what's so beautiful about a sunflower, right? And then you can also see in the middle where it gets like conical. So this is what I chose. Oop, I have it upside down. And then I decided to choose this Hello Autumn, and I'm going to cut this out I have cut this out in this, which is the HTV or iron-on foil in rose gold. Isn't it beautiful? Also, this comes from it comes from the mystery box Fall is in the Air. So we're using 2 products today that came from the mystery box. So if you got one of those, then you are going to be wanting to do this project. So I framed it off by just creating these little bits of paper. So just so you can see how it looks. So I made these bands. I made them 8.5 inches, and then this one's 1 3/4 inches, and this one is 2.5 inches. So it basically created a beautiful layer. I shrunk down my sunflowers and put one on either side, and then I took my inscription and I laid it up. So that's what my card looks like. I'm not going to cut this out because I want to focus more on putting it together. So let's take you down. Okay, let's take you down here. So let's do this one. This one's a little bit easier than the other one. So we'll do this one instead. And since, even though I cut this out in iron-on, I'm not going to end up using it, but I did cut out the Hello Autumn. So I'll put that in that tray. So here's the card, and here are my pieces. So I got a beautiful pumpkin color. This is Cricut cardstock. Now, when you are putting this together, make sure that you are layering these correctly. It's a little confusing with this card, but if you get lost, like which layer is which, you can just simply layer them up. Which, do I have this right? No, Rita. What am I doing, Rita? This way. Okay. And upside down. All right. This is how it gets confusing, right? So I looked at it like the leaves were falling. And so there's our yellow back there. And then let's grab our cranberry, and we're going to put that in there like this. Is that right? It shouldn't be like that. It should be like this. There we go. That's what the 3rd layer looks like. And then here is the 4th layer. Let me make sure I got that right. Okay, I do have that one right. And then what it goes on is our base to create the card. So easy. The machine does all the work for you, all of it. So we're going to just fold this. if you want, you can fold it the other way. And there's our beautiful inscription. And then we're going to take our 4 pieces, move this over, and let's see. I'm hoping that I can get this glue to work today. It's always clogging up. So what you're going to do with this, whoa, too much glue. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, what you're going to do is try to get yourself a nozzle, a glue nozzle. It really, there are some designer glues out there, and they're good. I like them, but I don't work for them. So you'll notice I don't put their brand on the show. But if you ask in the audience, in the chatters, if you for glue, they'll tell you what they recommend. And so I find it's very a personal preference for you guys. So I found a couple that work really well. And what I usually advocate about it is you're going to want to have a lot of control over the glue. So you see here, I am just putting little tiny dots all around here like this. And the goal here is I don't want to put that much. I just want to put only enough to make it stick. And I think that is done through the use of, just measured control of it. So there's my first one, and I'm going to place it on top, which I did it wrong, on top like that. So we might go a little long today. I hope that's okay with everybody. So here is the yellow, and we're going to just keep doing this. And you will go slower, right? You will go slower. I'm doing it a little bit faster, a little less precise than I normally do, but you want to get just a little tiny bit of glue in all of the sections, and so that it sticks. If you're afraid, oh, I need more glue for it to stick, there's a way that you can do that, and I'll show you at the very end, okay? So I got my second one done. And then it's going to go on this. Why do I keep turning this around? There it is. Okay. Now the goal is to only see the color. So that was the cranberry color, you see? So it only comes up like every other one. This looks like a quilt to me. So switch it around, and then we're going to do, there's a little bit more space here, so we can add a little tiny bit more glue. And we'll pair it with one of my store-bought 5x7-inch envelopes. If you like to make your envelopes on the machine, then you can find envelopes. There's plenty of envelopes in Design Space, okay? And I'm going to do it this way so that I know that I'm doing it right. Nope, I'm not doing it right. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Now, then the last, if you have a brayer, you can do that, or you can just press it down. And if they come apart, you can just take your nozzle and just dab a tiny bit of glue. But notice that I have no glue sticking out. So that's pretty cool. And I am going to just do that last piece. And this one, a little bit more glue, especially around the edges, because we're going to seal it to the actual card. Well, so Owen came home from school yesterday, and she said, Mom, he said, not she said, he said, Mom, I think I want to learn to play the piano. And I said, all right, do they offer piano classes? And he said, yes. And I could go, but I wanted to talk to you first, because it would mean that I have to switch out of the ROTC class. So I was a little disappointed, but then I thought, he has always had an interest in in using musical instruments. So I thought, I've never signed him up for piano class. So maybe this is his opportunity to be the next, I don't know, Billy Joel or Elton John or something, piano man. So he's going to switch out of the ROTC class, but he's still interested in doing the ROTC like events and stuff like that. So let's see what happens. Anyway, there is the card. I have 2 of these cards to give away. This one is called the geometric leaf card. That's going to be important when we do our giveaway. Okay. Oh, ROTC is a program so that kids could actually train in the military. And Owen, because he is he's on the autism spectrum, he's always shown an interest in the military, but I honestly didn't think that he would get in. So my feeling was, let's have him do the ROTC, which is, a voluntary program where they learn all different things. And this one in particular is for the Air Force. So it's kind of like a federal program. And yeah, so there's that. Okay, so here are our sunflowers. So you see that there are 2 layers, and then here is the dot, or I should say the center, and then here's the dot that goes in the middle to make it look like, an sunken in conical shape kind of thing. So we're going to put those together, and I think that I will use these, which is pop dots. I didn't use it in my original design, but these are nice and thin. So I figured that would look really good. Okay, so let's put those together. And you see, I have a lot here because I made 4 cards, or I made enough for 4 cards. So I'm going to take out this pop dot. These ones I wasn't too pleased with, but I'm kind of thinking this would be great for a card because it's really thin. I like them thicker, but as I looked at these, I'm like, all right, well, we'll use these. And we're just pressing there. And then I'm going to get another one for the inside. Put that there, take off the top, and put our little circle in there. And I think I'll just glue the small piece on. All right. Whoops. Try to get in the middle. Too much glue. Well, I didn't do a very good job of the glue there, did I? But that's and look how it has. And if you wanted to, you could fluff the leaves or the rays of the leaves. How many of you are going to be trying to make those sunflowers we made yesterday? Because I got a beautiful email from someone who has given me a tip that I want to forward on to you about that. So I have to read it because she's talking about when you change the size of the sunflowers, you have to elongate the cut at the end of the tip. And it makes a whole lot of sense to me, but I wanted to try it on my own. She said it would make putting them together much easier. So if you are going to try that, you might want to consider altering the file. And if I get a chance to try it, I will alter the file for you. Okay. And let's just put a tiny dot of glue here. So you're going to do this twice. You're making 2 sunflowers. Okay. And these are the other ones for the cards that I made. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. So we have our 2 sunflowers, and look here, there is our Hello Autumn cut out of iron-on. I am not going to weed this on camera because I found that the A and the M, you have to be very, very careful and really get your head in there to weed it. But so take my word for it. Just take your time with the weeding of that. Okay. So then here is my card base. Again, it's a different size. I guess we're going to be needing a slimline envelope. I wonder if my friend April has a slimline envelope. I don't know if she does. So there's that, and there's the inside of the card. Right. That's going to go right in here. Well, wait a second. I folded this wrong. Let's try a different one. I folded it wrong. It's such a different size. Oh, sorry, guys. So here's the other one. I'll fold the other one better. Okay. So it's going to go right in here, and we're going to get, I'm such a goober. We're going to get our double-sided tape. Now you notice that this card is slightly smaller, right? And there's our beautiful sentiment. And we are going to just put the tape on the top part. Okay. That's because it makes it difficult to fold if you put it on both sides. Just trust me on this one. It does make it difficult to fold. So let's put that on there. That's double stick tape. I just got a new shipment in, but I also noticed that the Dollar Tree has this stuff too for $1.25 US. And so if you wanted to get yours at Dollar Tree, you can. Dollar Tree also has the these little pop dots as well. And then, oh my God, you guys, if you have a chance to get out and get to the Dollar Tree, pick up some pizza pans. They're just plain old pizza pans. We're gonna make pizza pan signs with the pizza pans. I put this on a little bit wrong. Wow, I'm just messing up all over the place. So I want it to be inside so you don't see it as it comes out. There we go. All right. So there is the outside of the card. And then I can do this color, or this was a color that I cut out, or a piece that I cut out. Let's just do the solid color version. There you go. And you can put this on any way you like. I think I'll use my tape because I love my tape. So yeah, if the next time you go to Dollar Tree, pick up at least one pizza pan. Okay. They're just basic pizza pan. I probably wouldn't even cook pizza in it because it's kind of thin, but we're going to turn them into signs. And I have some different signs to show you. I have some Halloween, some fall, and even Christmas signs. Remember last year when we used the cookie pan to make the Christmas countdown? So if you have a bake sheet available, we can do something like that this year. There's so many Christmas countdown projects, but specifically for this one, I would grab yourself at least one pizza pan from Dollar Tree. Okay. And we're going to be making some pretty fabulous signs from it. I'm going to try to squeeze at least one in next week. Okay. So there's my first mat, and I'm just eyeballing it to be in the center like this. I should have done it a little bit different, but you know, I'm not perfect. What is Gail saying? Oh, to the pizza pan? I love the idea of the pizza pan. I'm like $1.25 for, and we're gonna paint them, or we're gonna use their silvery look. It's, you know, we'll do a couple of different things. I'm gonna try ironing on them, so it will be fun. We'll do a lot of stuff. So hope you can join me for that for next week. All right, so there are beautiful sunflowers, but now we have this iron-on. So let us talk a little bit about this little beauty. This is the Cricut EasyPress Mini. I just love it. It now comes in like a Zen blue color. And I'm just gonna glue this on. And it's a wonderful tool. I remember when they came out with it, I'm like, oh my god, I love it. It's so mini. So we're going to use that today. Now, to determine, I've already looked it up, but if to determine which setting it should be on, for cardstock, it should be on the low setting. And I found that determination on the Cricut heat guide. Okay. So I'm just going to press the button once and you see that it's orange. When it's ready, it will beep and turn green. Make sure to keep it in this little, I don't know what you call it, stand in the cradle and wait for it to warm up. I'm also going to get out, if I can make room. Hold on. I'm also going to get out my small pad. I love these I don't know what they call them, pads or press mats or something, but I love it, and it keeps the bottom here very secure, and it doesn't warp my base. Though, you know, you could also use something like a towel, like a dish towel or something. And then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to sort of eyeball it where I want to put it. And I think right here. Yeah. Now, I don't heat up my cardstock, like preheat it. I don't do that. So, I don't know. So Loretta, will the winner be able to choose the color? Possibly. Yeah, Donna, that's an option. And we want to give some of these away today. So, how many do I have to give away? I think we have 3 of these cards and 2 of the geometric cards. So that makes 5, right? So Loretta, why don't you, we'll ask who wants to win one of these cards. Raise your hand or say something in the chat if you want to win one of these cards. By the way, turn green, and now I am just pressing on it and I'm moving it all around. I'm trying to press on the whole card, because sometimes when you do this with the press, it can make some of your paper sort of warp. So I'm going to let it cool a teeny tiny bit. It looks like the M isn't right. So I'm going to just hit that a little bit, because sometimes foil can get wrinkly. So that's what I'm seeing right here on the M. And I'm just trying to eliminate that crinkle. But if anybody has a tip on that. No, the press and the card. No, I don't. Okay, Loretta, so you see the people that are mentioning Barbara, I saw, and I think it was Tammy. So there's 1, 2. Okay, so it's cooled off now, so I'm gonna try to take it off, and look how beautiful it comes off. But do be careful, because look at my M is kind of a little bit meh. But, you know, you guys will do it better. So that is my beautiful slimline card. And let's get the other one. So we're going to pick the winners from the other one. Now, if you have won a card from me and you haven't received it yet, that's because, oh boy, it's been a busy couple weeks. But I wanted to tell you that after this week is over, I will be back in the saddle, so to speak, with my cancer treatment. So some of you, as most of you know, I got diagnosed a month ago, about just a little over a month ago. I'm going to fold it this way. Is that going to do it? A little over a month ago with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, which sounded like a terrible, terrible, terrible thing, like I was going to die the next day, but found out that it is manageable, and I am choosing to manage it through both nutrition and exercise, and then of course what the doctors have prescribed for medicine. So the way that you get treatment for metastatic breast cancer is you get all kinds of scans done, and then in my case they took a biopsy of my bone to find out what kind of cancer I have, because there are different kinds of breast cancer. So so they need to find, is it estrogen positive or blah blah blah, all this stuff. Okay, so let's see. So so that's what I've had to do the last month, is go to the hospital and have all these things and blah blah blah. So it's been a very busy month for me. But after this is done, after all the scans are done, which they are, and everything, I will be on sort of a rotation for my treatment. I'll take a oral medicine, and then I will go in once a month and get my infusion. It's like shots, really, and they hurt. So I have to get those once a month, and then I will have this sort of like a drip infusion for Zometa, which is help for my bones. It keeps my bones strong. So this will be that will be all. I'll just be doing that and doing my healthy meals, which I have switched to a mostly plant-based diet, and I have eliminated sugar and most other like white flour and things like that. So if you want to follow me, if you're interested in my diet, I will be now posting in my other group, which is in the kitchen with Miss Rita. And so I'll be posting that soon. So who did we get for winners? So Loretta's posting, if you're a winner today's project, please send an email to Miss Rita's Rescue at Gmail. And that is correct. Oh, I don't know why the dogs are barking. Oh, today's winners are... Sorry about the dogs. Okay, today's winners are Pat May, Sarah Tapia, Lisa Gerber, Diane Stowell, and Teresa McKinley. So if you are one of those ladies, fine ladies, please send me an email to Miss Rita to the rescue at gmail.com. And it's really important that you... Yeah, so there's a Facebook chat and there's a YouTube chat. And unfortunately, a lot of people go on the YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, if you want to see the whole chat, less the Facebook messages, you might see more chat there. Okay. And yes, my the name of my group is called In the Kitchen with Miss Rita, and we are going to be focusing on a healthy way, and interesting, because one of the things that I really, when I thought about this and my medication and blah blah, I said, you know what, I don't mind eating healthy. I really like healthy food, but it needs to be interesting. Like, I don't want to just eat steamed cauliflower and poached chicken. I mean, like, blah. Who wants to live like that? So instead, I have come up with so many different recipes, or I've taken some of my old recipes and made them healthy, taking out the meat. So one of them is borscht. Today, I'll be making borscht in the kitchen. Also, ratatouille I'm making. And then what else am I going to make? I am going to make my tortellini soup, which normally has some sausage in it. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. And thankfully, I did get a huge amount of great vegetables from my friends, from my cousins. First of all, brought a lot of veggies, and my friend who runs New Hall Field Community Farm, her name is Jeanette McGinn. She came over with some vegetables, and so I have put them all to work, and I will send her like a quart of soup or whatever I make. I'll send her a nice healthy portion because she has several children. They're all grown now, but I'm sure they're kind of like around, and she loves to eat healthy. So follow me on there, and I'll be working within the weekend that I have off on getting all ready to get these cards out to you, and also to update that group and to get some cooking done. And then we will see you again next week. If you're not doing the Zoom will be this Saturday. That's the 3rd. But next week we'll have a full week. God willing, we'll have a full week of all kinds of things. So if you get a chance, get out that pizza pan. Go to Dollar Tree, get yourself the pizza pan. If you haven't purchased the Fall is in the Air mystery box, I think it's still available. So if it is, definitely consider buying it if you want to make these projects or the other projects that I've made this week. Okay. And don't forget to use my code. What is it? It's my code is MISSRITA, and there's a link. It will be in the description of the video. Okay. So by using my code, you can use my link on orders of $50 or more. And then you will get 10% off and free shipping with that. Okay. So, and you can stack these codes. So if you're already a Cricut Access subscriber, you get between 10 and 20% off. And so you'll be able to get that 10 to 20% off plus my link and code. But you have to use the link and code together because that's the only way they know how to track it or something. So I don't know. Anyway, so that's going to do it for me for today and for the week. I hope that you all really enjoyed our abbreviated project week. This week we did some really fun things. We did the sunflower, and we did the other card that was the autumn card, and then these two beautiful cards. And next week we will be back. I will be back for Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock. All right, everyone, enjoy your day, and we'll see you again. I'll be on here and there and stuff, but I'm trying to get organized too. But I'll see you on Saturday night for our Zoom, and then we'll also see you again next week on you can use the link on mystery boxes, but not the code. Yeah, that's true. You can only use the code, Gail, if you are not buying mystery boxes or machines. Also, Cricut Access is not discountable with my code. So but when you are a Cricut Access customer, you get that additional 10 or 20% off. Then if you use my link and code on anything other than a mystery box, machine, or access, you will get an additional 10% off and free shipping, because who wants to pay shipping? Who wants to pay shipping? I don't. I hate paying shipping. I was trying to do an Instacart order yesterday at Dollar Tree, and I was like loading up my cart with all this stuff, including the pizza pans, right? And I go to check out, and they said, "Yeah, you have free delivery." And I'm like, "Ooh, cool." And then I looked at the service, and it was $28 for $100 order. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm just going to go to the store and buy it. So that's what I'm heading out to do this week, is going to go to and skip that Instacart stuff. That's ridiculous. $28? No, I don't think so. Anyway, thank you all for coming today. Have a wonderful rest of your week. That's great. Yeah, free shipping. But are you talking, Sarah, about Instacart? I got free shipping, but I didn't get free service fees. I know, $28. Why would I pay that much? It's ridiculous. These subscriptions are really weird. We also have this really great Mexican restaurant called Qdoba, QDOBA. And I really, really like their food. But when I was sick, really earlier in this whole diagnosis, I ordered from them and they charge $5 just right off the bat, $5 service fee. And then of course there's a service fee, then there's a delivery fee, and then they ask you to tip the people. And at that point you're like, why don't I just go to the store? You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, it is obnoxious, right? Yeah, the service fee was $28, Sarah. $28 on $100. I was at like 100, just at $100. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. All right. All right, everybody. Hi. Hi, Linda. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you again on Saturday night for our Zoom. I look forward to seeing you all then. All right. Have a blessed day and make sure you get some crafting in. Okay. Even if I'm not doing the show, get on those Cricuts and get some crafting in. Aren't they so much fun? I love what I do. I love it. All right, everybody.